Hey guys, Ryan Dement. I hope you're having a great day. I am going to look over here to my screen. I am not going to share on this video because I had to have a good laugh at this whole process. And the headline, this is from Yahoo News, the pros and cons of waiting out the hot housing market. So we've talked about the housing market. We've talked about there's markets within markets. There's also different dynamics in different cities and different states, and we all have to pay attention to our local market. Well, in this video, or excuse me, in this blog post or article, it says even the rebound is no longer quite as dramatic as it looked in 2021, largely because inventory for sale dropped by 40% since the pandemic started and never quite came back to normal levels. Demand only slowed down for a couple of months during the quarantine period and then came back to normal. However, supply hasn't quite caught up, meaning there are more buyers and then sellers, part of what is driving the market right now. So we're 2 years into over 2 years into the pandemic. We've got issues going on. And they're still talking about supply and demand that I've been talking about for months, almost a year now, that we've had this issue. There are more houses in standing inventory than we have buyers right now, just for the simple fact interest rates are too high and prices are astronomical. So when we go back to the T of supply and demand, when price and interest rates meet, we know that's when we're going to buy. But as we go further down in this article, it says, don't let FOMO drive you or make any decisions for you. And I got to read this to you guys, quote for quote. Just because everyone is buying a house doesn't mean you should too. I've seen many people force bad decisions because they fear of missing out, FOMO. Forcing a bad deal will rectify itself because there were no other options or because you felt stuck. Being patient in this market is hard, but overpaying for a faulty property will ultimately lead to more regret. And that gentleman's name is Donald Olhausen Jr., owner of We Buy Houses in San Diego, one of the hottest markets out there. And they're just starting to talk about FOMO, guys. Look at how far ahead of the curve you are when you watch these videos. Isn't it amazing that if you do a little due diligence, you do a little digging into the numbers, you'll figure out that the market is starting to turn and there's ways to work the market? You know, people don't realize that fear of missing out is a huge driver, but that's happened some months ago. And now what's remnants left over are people that are saying, I'm 50-50. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know what to do. And those people are hanging out. And those individuals really need to be guided to be told, hey, you need to stay where you're at, continue to rent, pay off your high interest credit cards, put more money in your savings account, because right now is not the time to buy. And I hope you guys understand that. It's okay to still rent. It's not a bad thing. It's not a 4-letter word, which it is. Ha 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 ha. But anyhow, you need to be able to work the numbers yourself and make sure they make dollars and cents, because if they don't, there's no reason for you to actually go after any of this. Continue to do what you're doing. Live below your means. Pay off your high interest rate credit cards. Put more money away. Ultimately, the market will come back to us and we'll find a way to be able to buy homes. Like I said earlier, and a couple of videos ago, there will be standing inventory from new home builders. Will you be able to take advantage of it? That's going to be up to you, and whether you put the time and effort in to figure out what works for you, dollars and cents, which won't leave you house poor. But mark my words, there will be plenty of standing inventory out there for you guys to look at and make a decision. It just all boils down to, is the interest rate right, and is the payment going to be right for you in the long run? And always remember, once we get through this fluctuation in this cycle, you'll be able to refinance out at a lower rate because rates will come back down. It's just we have to get through the inflation cycle. We've got to get through this whole inventory issues and supply chain issues. It's just we need to move forward. But you have to make the decision so it makes dollars and cents to you. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, comment. I'll see you guys on the other side. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll be talking to you later.